Cowboy fans, this is Cowboy Legends for Life coming back at you again with another video, and I want to hope that you like the last one. And I want to talk about a few things, and I got the division on my mind. The NFC East is still, have always been really an open division. You know, the Cowboys and the rest of the people in the rest of the teams in the division always beat up on each other. That is absolutely for certain. And even though the Cowboys, I say, had a winning season or a fair season where they missed the playoffs, they were still 9-7. But 5 of those wins were Eastern Division wins. That's very important to point out, because it was the same way the year before. It was 4 of those wins in 2016 was from the Eastern Division. You know, of the 13 they won in that 2016. Now, it's important here that we got into a good start in terms of the division wins. That's going to be very significant down the stretch. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've always felt it was more like becoming a black and blue division in terms of not just us beating up on each other, but the rest of us beating up on the league. But it was such a poor season last year. The ones who only did real well in doing that was the Eagles. Cowboys to some extent. Everybody else was a failure. The Redskins and the Giants. You understand? But I'm you know, when you consider all the titles that come from that one division, you know, it wasn't all recent, but in talking about historically, you know, you can consider it a division where other divisions, other conferences should have a concern about. Remember now, you know, let's say, for instance, 4 of those Super Bowls that the New England Patriots played amongst Eastern Division teams. Those 2 were being the Giants and the Eagles. Now, they beat the Eagles once, and then they lost to them last year, of course, and they lost to the Giants twice. And so, when you consider the fact that they're 1-3 against the Eastern Division, I think everybody else in the league should always be concerned about the Cowboys or the Redskins or the Eagles or the Giants being in a playoff period. And when they're in the postseason, I think all the leagues should be worried about that. Now, given the Giants are in a state of flux right now, you can put it this way, because I'm telling you, they don't want to admit it, but they have a serious quarterback problem. Okay. He's past his time, and I'm seeing this guy named Ron Effect, okay? Now, Ron Effect, I see his videos. I like his videos. You know, him and I had knocked heads a few times, and he gets a little cranky because he doesn't like to lose. Okay, well, that's any fan base who want to tell the truth on it. But there's others who are a lot more mature about it, and he feels is that the Giants were a playoff contending team. But I'm telling you, he thinks that Eli Manning still has a lot left in him. And there's a few of them that still do think that. But you know, I think the reality has struck. The Giants fans, for the most part, are now accepted the fact that Eli Manning's time is done. Concerning our division, all right, the NFC East is a lot stronger on the outside than they are within each other. You understand? So they're going to be battling each other because no one has a clear cut at the division championship at this point. Not even the Cowboys. And even though I see them as a lot stronger than people thought they were last year. They are a lot stronger this year than they were last year, because defensively they are becoming a mega house. You know, so that's in our favor, because we need that. When you're thinking about getting into the championship rounds, basically, and when you're thinking about going to the postseason, you're going to need a strong defense to carry you through. I mean, think about it. One of the greatest quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback, people say he's the greatest. That's Aaron Rodgers. All right, he's been in the league 10 years, and the last time he's spent going to the postseason each year, except for one. He has not fared well after that last Super Bowl in 2010. He won the Super Bowl in 2010, and he's not fared well since then. You know why? Well, first of all, he doesn't have a very decent front line. The Giants. but he doesn't have a very good defense. And so anyway, but now today that Cowboys defense is pretty damn good, and so that gives, I feel, us the edge. Now our offense is not clicking yet well, but I'm telling you, this is just a moment of time. That game in Seattle is very, very important. Now it's not the season if they do lose it, but damn it, they need this game, and they better get this game. And I think that defense would carry us through, the fact that this is Chris Richard's former home. He knew his former players and the new system, okay? And so knowing also Wilson, and Wilson has a little hamstring pull. I mean, they have to exploit it all. I don't care. You know, the fact that I do have a lot of respect of Wilson, Russell Wilson, and he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. He is, okay? But the fact remains that they need to just whoop his ass. I mean, just keep beating his ass. And I'm making it clear. Making it plain. They got to beat him down. All right? I'm not talking about hurting him. I'm talking about got to beat him down like they did Eli Manning. Hell, they did the same thing to Cam. They beat him down, especially in the second half. He didn't score anymore after that. Not much of anything. He didn't do anything much after that. Okay? But the thing is that the Cowboys need to get this game. And with that, going 2-1 will say a lot more about the game for the coming season as it would if they were 1-2. Okay? It would say this a lot more about a team that's 0-2 or 0-3, wouldn't it? So the same thing goes in reverse. But my point here is that people who always try to manipulate the numbers, so to speak, about the Cowboys' stats and what's going on, all right? And that's going to be their downfall, you know, because they keep believing something that has become a bit of a culture, and that's only because of the Cowboy logo. That's only because of the Cowboys' history, their general manager and their owner, and the team's owner rather. Okay, and it's crazy because they think that just based on some things that in the last 8 games, Dak hasn't thrown but maybe 3 or 4, 2 or 3 200-yard games and all this stuff. He only could throw this number of touchdowns. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not worried about that at all. All I care about is he finds a way to win. You know, I admit that he doesn't take a lot of chances, and he should start doing that. He must start doing that. Take some chances downfield. But if Dak Prescott's the type of quarterback where if he can avoid doing that when it's not really needed, he's going to go ahead and throw the short yardage. And I prefer him, if he's going to stay in the pocket, hit the short yardage and do it quickly. I'm glad Bryce Butler's back. Okay? I don't ever want to see Des Bryant again. Not in the Cowboy uniform. And I keep telling you all, they're talking this shit about Dak Prescott's fault. Well, you know, they had a chance to prove that. All 31 teams, including their fan bases, including the ones we so-called 80% that we have, had a chance to prove that. Where's Des Bryant at now? Huh? Oh, he's on Twitter. Could talk to him about it. Anyway, with that, that's what my concern is right now about the East. The Eastern Division is still pretty much up in the air until the next couple of weeks. That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm being very truthful and honest to you about that. But with that though, you have also T. Will. T. Will may be suspended, and I'm not saying that he deserves it or not. He did a stupid thing, but I do know that I don't think at this point they should release him. I think that once he's suspended, and then the Cowboys can go ahead and end his contract, and then tell him that if you want to come back for less money, and then see where he goes with that. You see what I'm saying? So with that, next video, maybe I'll make one tomorrow. Maybe I'll make one later on. Definitely tomorrow, because the start of the game, and then maybe the halftime, and of course, I'll give you my review the next day. All right, guys. Till next time. Cowboy Legends for Life here. I'm out.